Welcome back to Bear's Rod Shop, you guys. This is going to be part 2 of the shop-made tools. And here is the radial arm saw / English wheel, now going to be a drill press fixture that is going to allow us to have X, Y, Z and travel up and down of over 4 foot. And I'll go over those details probably in the next video. Sitting up here today, got the plate ready to tack and weld into place, and it'll have the gussets here on the sides. And don't know if I'm going to show the welding part of it. You can see we've already trimmed this in. What floors are level in any guy's shop? You know, we had to come in here and shim, and it's going to be sitting here, and then when I move it to another location I'll have to re-shim. But she's trimmed in right now. We're setting on dead zero level here, and we're vertically plumbed, and this plate is setting, it's a little hard to focus in, dead zero, fixing to tack it in. This big old heavy piece of mandrel 2 3/4 pipe is going to go to the mill. Didn't have time this week. We've had some things come up. And the reason I got this heavy of wall, let me set this on the floor. Don't want to drop that thing on my toe. A snap ring will go on there, and that'll keep the head here from sliding down once the motor and everything's on, and then I can rotate the head depending on it setting on this snap ring, and then clamp it. So that's going to give me a arc radius for the drill head to spin on. Now that's probably going to be real confusing until you see it working. Yep, get this all in. This is plenty hefty. It actually weighs with the drill head. Let's go over here to the side. Showed this in the first video. She's all nice and pristinely tore down, refurbished and repainted. The Rockwall Delta. Looks like the serial number says 72 to begin with, so that's telling me, well, I ain't run the numbers, but this one here, being the 44, is a little heftier, not much, but took out the wheel, took out and cleaned everything pristine. She is really tight. Setting on its old original stand, which will end up over there on this one. And let me walk around here. Here's the fixture plate, setting here for one hole that I can get right now with this drill press, but that motor is reversible and use a south bend switch on it, and then I'll have reverse and forward. And yes, I mentioned I was going to put treadmill on the first video. These two motors will go back on the shelf, and then this one, when I rob the motor and belt off it, put on the other one, it will end up getting a 3.5 horsepower 24 volt treadmill motor on this, and this is going to be a hoss. I will readapt the number 3 Morse taper on this one here. That has a 2, so that's telling me it's lighter duty. It's going to do just fine, and I'm going to remake. Let's go over here to the, I'm going to end up making me another arbor that will accept the 5/8 Jacobs chucks I got in the back, since I've replaced those with a keyless, and I'll end up making this go, and this chuck will go in the drawer, even though it's fine, up to a 5/8. Let's take a little trip in the shop today, guys. Bear with this old bear because he is walking a little bit slow today. Lots of activity happening this week. And on that fixture plate, we're getting a little off subject. I wish 4 days, because of the 4th of July, I finally got in this from Shars and got me a nice keyless chuck. It's 5/8. Yeah, you guys go, well, you can't get down to them little tiny 3/16 bits. But, oh yes we can. Because then we will chuck the little Jacob's chuck here, which is a 1/8 to 3/8 in here. Joe Pie trick. Oh, I love you, Joe. Always have a need to step down to real small drill bits. Love that thing. I think I could do them holes and redo the challenge in about 1 minute, because it is a snap and a lot easier on the wrist. Let's walk back down here. It's a good Saturday to kind of entertain you guys and see what we're up to. Like I say, here's the fixture plate. It's all started over here because I don't like to hand drill holes. Nobody does, especially when you got bad wrists, but I don't like slanted and crooked holes. Every one of these holes is done, you know, pristinely straight. That's what I need for this fixture plate. And there's also another change to this fixture plate. I am not going to put the hinges on here to put on my welding table. I'm going to put some half claws off of old 1932 piano that I've got back there tore down. Used the casters off that piano here on, you can kind of see them. And boy, they're heavy. There is that huge hinge that has a claw foot, and I'll be able to take this fixture plate to the welding table, hook it on, and swing it off, and then hook it onto the new attachment over here on the radial arm saw J.D. Wallace / English wheel, and it's just going to make our life really nice around this shop. One good advantage, let's walk around here a minute. The way I'm building this is this plate actually turns. And you can see I'm swinging this arm around. You pull that pin and she will do, 180. And then with this pipe being on the other side, I can get down here to the floor height. If I have a frame for a dune buggy or whatever, I can have this drill head way down here about 18 inches off the floor. And doing that by raising and lowering the tire. And then when it's setting in this position, it will be up here at 48 inches off the floor to the spindle. Now, this makes this thing so unique. No, there's no worry about this thing getting sprung. I did come in here, and you can see I put a ball bearing track that's going to ride if there is a load on the two slider solid steel arms. They're not going to bend. These are solid steel tempered heat treated arms, but I did put an extra precaution on there with that roller back out with a ball bearing that just touches here on the bottom. And then, well, let's see. Hang on a minute. Yeah, we're nice and tight there. I'm going to end up putting an arm up here that comes out, and I can actually help move the weight. There is not that much weight compared to the original 3-phase motor for the radial arm saw. I went in there and put a fish weight on it. It weighs 97 pounds. That little baby right there weighs 33 pounds. With the motor, going to be top at 40. So, and that will be balanced. I would show you the welding today, but don't want to tie you guys up. Sure glad I got the Jacobs keyless chuck in, and you guys have fun. The old radial of the table saw here, like I say, it is just a beast of a table. Works out great. Roll around the shop. She will roll over there. I will end up making me a hydraulic type platform, probably like a motorcycle jack stand that I can put underneath here and power it either with the up and down scissor lift part of a treadmill, or just buy one from Harbor Freight and call it good. And I can raise pieces up and down and then hook onto that table with a couple of simple ears. And also that head will rotate 45-degree angles, right and left. So that's a big plus. Y'all come back, visit, share, and come back for part 3. This is part 2 of the shop-made tools. And y'all have a great weekend, great summer. All my subscribers and viewers, thank you very much for participating with Bear's Rod Shop. We're out of here.